Do you ever start walking alone in the street and drown yourself in thought and imagination? Like why UFOs loves cows or what happened if they accidentally sucking up a weed joint? Well, these were my thoughts one day when I was walking alone with no music.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Hey guys, I'm Matt.
I'm mad, but I ain't stressing.
After making a clear scenario before jumping straight into the blender, we need to figure out what asset we need and find references for them. We're going to need, of course, a UFO, a couple of houses, cars, some trees and grasses, a few various objects for filling out the street, and 2 or 3 smoke simulation. I usually use Pinterest for gathering references, because I can use it when I'm not behind a computer and use it on my phone. And when I'm fine with the references, I can bring them to PureRef. I start modeling the houses with the plane, and by adding a couple of edges and extruding, I have the block out. For the door and windows, I did the same and copied them. After that, I made material for clapboard and roof tile and unwrapped the geometry. And then add HDR light for testing material, and to be honest, I wasn't happy with the result. So I decided to model the clapboard and roof tile instead of making them by material. For the next house again, I made the block out and then modeled the clapboard. By adding the array and boolean modifier, you can cover the whole house with the clapboard, and at the end add a bevel modifier to make it look better. Making roof tiles is easy, just model one of them and add 2 array modifiers to cover the roof. By adding noise map to the displacement modifier, it can look more natural. You can add a bevel before the displace, but it makes viewport laggy. This time I decided to put away my architectural knowledge and use Archimesh add-on, which comes with the Blender. They have more details and are easier to make. And if I want to be honest again, in the middle of the project, I find out the house doesn't have the right scale and dimension. So I model it again with the same steps and process. But I didn't delete the house. I use it as a neighbor house. Modeling the UFO was fun part of the project. If we slice a circle in quarters, modeling would be easier. By adding some inset, extrude and scaling, we can achieve the overall shape. Making a few cylinder shapes that look like engine can help the design. I use JS Placement software to add some sci-fi theme to UFO, so I use it for displacement and lighting. Masking the map used for light by a moving noise can bring better result. And I want to mention that I didn't spend much time for the top part because we can see it. For the environment, most of it is kitbash. First of all, I add a couple of tree, grass and hedges and use hair particle system to scatter them. After that, I add trash can and trash bag that I modeled a long time ago in 3ds Max, and I add street light, wooden fences and simple plane for pavement and street that have displacement in their material. And we are at the sweetest part of the project. Smoke simulation time. The best way to add smoke or maybe any kind of VFX to your shot is to do it in composite phase. I simulate the smoke in another Blender file because the simulation makes the viewport animation playback so laggy. I copied the items that are related to the smoke and bring them to a new Blender file and start simulation there. Nothing so fancy, just add a wind below the emitter to control movement of smoke and parented another one to UFO, so when UFO came, it made chaos in smoke. And this is the result of 3 weeks of working and 4 days of rendering. Shit, cops are here. I should burn the weeds. I don't want to go to jail. Sir, we are in location and ready to extract some human samples. So proud of you, Sergeant, and wish you luck. my god. Sir, I think we need something better than human. I want to pick a cow and bring to the station. Who's the god, Sergeant? Get back to your mission. Sergeant!